It's certainly hot and humid. You know, they had that bear hair snare program, I think a couple years ago too, where they were trying to detect, they were putting these combs out and it was trying to capture some of their hair. So they were trying to track these specific bears. So I wonder actually how that's going. That's what made me think of that. But yeah, very hot, very humid. We've got a couple of hours too. If you need to be working outside, doing some outdoor projects, you're A-OK until about 4 p.m. So heads up for later this afternoon. It's pretty quiet right now. Here's the storm system we're watching. There's aerial flood advisory across Cape Girardeau. There's flash flood warnings all up and down Arkansas. The system weakens with time, but definitely we're going to get some rain coming from that guy by this evening. So anytime after 4 p.m. storms are going to start rolling into our western half. So heads up for later today. It's 82 out there. We've been slow to warm, but it's very humid. So the heat index already in the 90s. But the clouds have certainly done us some favors. 81 currently in Cleveland, 81 right now in Athens. Here's your afternoon planner. I do think we'll have a better opportunity for some rainfall in Chattanooga today too. The rapid refresh model is showing rain moving right through Chattanooga around the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour. So heads up for later this afternoon. 40% chance for rain comes 6 o'clock this evening. All right, and the numbers are in for August. As we're kicking off September today, I want to show you these numbers. We had close to 7 inches of rainfall total for the month of August. What does this really mean? Well, I looked back at the top 10 wettest August on records, and we made it. We made it to number 10. So the last time it was this wet, it was in 2015, so this is abnormal. We usually don't get this kind of rainfall in August. Usually we get about 3.5 inches of rainfall. So we kind of nearly doubled that. The average temperature was 81.5, which, all right, was a little bit above normal, about 2 degrees. That puts us, I think it was like the 13th or 12th hottest on record. So we didn't make it into the top 10 there. And max days of 90 degrees or higher, 18. Now, September over the last 5 years has been really hot. We had 3 years, September 2019, 18, 16. I'm going to talk more about those in the next half hour, but we had some really hot Septembers lately. The good news is we're not seeing that this September. So some nice cold fronts are going to be sweeping through here over the next couple of weeks. I also want to talk about the tropics real quick. We've got Tropical Depression 15. It's still not a tropical storm. There was no strengthening overnight, which is good news, but still there's no coastal watches or warnings in effect. This could strengthen to a tropical storm by this evening. Even if it does, there's no coastal watches or warnings in effect, and this guy should dissipate here later in the week as it moves into some open waters and some cooler waters. We also now have potential tropical cyclone 16. This is over the Caribbean, will not be impacting the U.S., but Central America, sure. Guatemala, Belize area. Right now, there's actually a little tiny eye that's starting to form with this guy. So our National Hurricane Center went ahead and they put a track on it, moving westward here. Max sustained winds are close to 40 miles an hour, and it looks like we're calling this a tropical storm at this point, and then makes its way towards Belize. This doesn't impact the U.S. This is going to stay south across Central America here, reaching potentially the coast, it looks like, by Thursday, so by the end of the week. So we'll be watching that for you too. Now, peak hurricane season, peak day is September 10th. After September 10th, things start to calm down. So we're still really not even in the peak day just yet. Let's jump ahead and talk about the upcoming weekend. It'll be warm. It'll be not quite as humid on Saturday. We get a decent front that moves in on Friday. Could bring us some rainfall for Friday football. We'll be watching that closely for you. But Saturday morning, it's going to be nicer. We're looking at highs in the upper 80s, lower humidity. A little bit more humidity comes Sunday. And I put us at a little bit better rain chance now for actual Labor Day on Monday. So I've changed that, just slightly from yesterday. I bumped that up to 40%. So heads up, that's for the upcoming weekend.